The challenge in machine learning is really getting hold of the training data you need. It's a very hard thing to do. Everyone at the moment has started with real-world images. So we went into the marketplace and we talked to some very large companies who have huge quantities of images, and they effectively said either they wouldn't provide them or they couldn't provide them. So I went back to the board and talked to them about this problem and said that we felt this was a problem we had to solve for ourselves, but also for the rest of the marketplace.
Mindtech product offering is based around a platform called Chameleon. And Chameleon is really all about creating the data that engineers need to create vision systems that can understand the world around them. So what the Chameleon platform does is to create a virtual world and enable us to have synthetic data. So instead of having to use real people, we can actually use virtual actors to go and perform those tasks. We look at solving specific problems for customers. We had a very interesting one with a customer in Japan. The problem they were basically trying to solve was understanding, were people on their construction site wearing the correct safety gear, and were those people correctly socially distanced from machinery, whether it be someone else operating a jackhammer or perhaps a digger driving by, were people in the correct locations with respect to those items. There's a lot of nervousness within the general population about, face identification, face tracking. So the ability for us to give them photoreal data, which was images of people performing dangerous activities, was really what made the difference for them. And so with that data, they were suddenly able to go from a data set that they had which was not accurately identifying people with safety helmets on, people with high visibility clothing, to a system which accurately identified exactly where the people were wearing that clothing. What's actually going on right here is that we have a customer who wants to do a just walk out type supermarket. So idea being that you put the item, take it off the shelf, pop it in your shopping bag, you can walk out, you don't have to go to a checkout. Items change very rapidly, so you get different special offers, things like that. Packaging will change. So we have a scanner which can scan in an item, and so when we get a new item, you just scan that item in and we can bring it into the platform. Customers can also do this for themselves, so if they don't want us to know about their new product, we enable them to do all of this for themselves. We've scanned our item in and we've created a virtual world. What we're doing here is we're then populating the supermarket with the items. You can see we can place them on the shelves, and what you'll see here is that the can that we scanned in is now available for us to use. So the actors within this scene can then go and select that item, place it in their basket, and we can simulate that whole process. When the packaging changes for the Christmas special, for the 50% discount, they've got to go back into a supermarket, refilm it. For us, we rescan it, we replace this item with the new one, and it's a matter of minutes to get a new set of data for this particular item.
The machine learning market is incredibly dynamic. It's moving very fast. We break the market into three segments. So we talk about smart vision, smart city, and smart machines. And smart vision is where we're focusing at the moment. So that's basically the retail market, the security and safety market, and construction and automotive market. We're now actually seeing a lot of interest in what we call smart cities, and that's a lot to do with the management of traffic and the management of the environment, providing safety to pedestrians, providing safety to people within that environment, and we're seeing a lot of interest in that marketplace. And in smart machines, that's basically mobile machines. Awful lot of interest in the last mile, for example, for people delivering goods, automating that sort of process. Lots of interest there as well. The total addressable market for computer vision, we think, is about $80 billion in 2026. In addition to that, there's a market for synthetic training data, which we think is about $6 billion on top of that. So it's a huge marketplace. We believe we're at the cusp of the market changing, and that people are moving from prototyping systems to production systems. When you do that, you need vast quantities of training data. At that stage, The traditional ways of developing training data just don't work. Going into the real world and trying to photograph corner cases is very difficult. So we believe there's going to be a huge swing towards the requirement for synthetic data, and we want to be the leader in that marketplace. And in actual fact, that's why we've developed the Chameleon platform. It gives our customers the capability to do everything they want themselves without having to tell other people about what they're doing, which is a huge competitive advantage for them.